Hey guys, welcome to Pages with Sidra. Today, we're diving into chapter 740 of Magic Emperor. If you haven't seen the previous chapters, make sure to check them out on my channel. Now, without any delay, let's jump straight into the chapter. The 9 sects ranks at the Double Dragon Gathering have been set. Disciples, step on the stage to hear Exalted's words. They all cupped their hands and assembled on the stage with hard looks. Who fell, who rose? All was written clearly on that thin silk sheet. Everyone looked up at the highest seats and at what Exalted Ran held with deep frowns, gulping and sweating in anxiety as their nails dug into their hands. I shall now declare the 9 sects' positions in the Double Dragon Gathering. Exalted Ran cleared his throat. We begin with the beast-taming sect, the last in the lower 3 sects. Exalted Ran's declaration earned a mocking look from the crowd. At the start of the lower 3 sects stage, Zhuo Yifan wiped them out in one punch. Even their elder was culled soon after. If they wasn't dead last, who would be? They were indeed out of luck to meet a freak like Zhuo Yifan right off the bat. Zhuo Yifan's power was soon made public in a fantastic display. Their demise obvious, huh? The last among the middle 3 sects. Exalted Ran continued, and the people tuned in. Heaven Trailing Sect's young master was even more attentive. That was their spot since coming here. Though unclear if they kept it after all the changes. They were sweating now, eyes bloodshot, as they awaited Exalted Ran to say those little words. It was never meant to be though, as Exalted Ran said. Demon Soul Sect. The Han brothers shook their heads. They planned on moving up at least a spot, but ended up moving a spot backward. They had no idea how they were going to break this to their harsh old man. While they were hesitating, Rin Song was frozen in place. If Demon Soul Sect got last place in the middle 3 sects, then Heaven Trailing Sect was in the lower 3 sects? How could we fall so low? The last among the superior 3 sects. Ignoring those 2 sects' sadness, Exalted Ran kept on declaring, Sword God Sect. When Tao's team was stunned, then went wild with joy. They actually upgraded their class, from middle 3 sect to superior 3 sect. They thought that by losing to Zhuo Yifan and being wounded in the challenge stage, they lost their chance. Now, it seemed that they did it. Even if it was the last spot, it was still worth an achievement. Zhao Deju's lips shivered, feeling endless sadness. Since the Sword God Sect has risen to the Superior 3 Sect, one of the Superior 3 Sect must have fallen. Which sect is it? Needless to say, it must be weakest of Superior 3 Sects, us. Such result is truly the worst in the history of Double Dragon Gathering. How can we explain this to the sect higher-ups when we return? Looking aside, Exalted Ran showed a mocking smile as he continued. Lower 3 sects mid-position, Mystical Heaven Sect. Xian Xiaoyu and the Elder eased a breath. This was the usual result at least. Though they failed to be the first lower 3 sect, the girls didn't care much about it. Those glistening pairs of eyes only watched Zhuo Yifan, as if the demon scheming sect spot was far more important. Middle 3 sect's second spot, Universal Righteous Sect. Exalted Ran looked right at Zhao Deju when he shouted. Zhao Deju go insane first as he argued. Hold on, Exalted. What is this? Universal Righteous Sect is a superior 3 sect. How did it fall so much? Humph. You should be asking your scheming mind. Exalted Ran disdained. When you fought Hellion Flame and Ultimate Clarity Sect, you always held back, so much so you earned little points. In the Superior 3 Sects challenge stage, you routed Demon Scheming Sect, but in the end, your score dropped to rock bottom, earning your current rank as second middle 3 sect. Zhao Deju shook like a leaf, his butt hitting the ground hard from shock. How can this be? The points for fighting in the Superior 3 Sect singles are far more than in the other categories. How? You're right, but that's because the Superior 3 Sect's disciples are much stronger. But that only means by forfeiting the deduction is even greater. Exalted by May's eyes were sharp as he said flatly, Your great scheming has brought you this low. I hope that as a second middle 3 sect you and your sect will calm down and focus on your path and not scheme for fame and wealth. As you know, scheming comes with risks. If it fails, you're the one to suffer for it. Zhao Deju sat there on the ground, lost, not even hearing his advice. The Exalted shook their heads, and Exalted Ran continued. Superior 3 sects mid-position, Hellion Flame. Yan Imo nodded and eased a breath. At least they kept their spot. They were really scared the demon scheming sect would have taken it. And now, it's time to announce the top positions. Exalted Hei Ran finally came to the final 3 names. The crowd went quiet and waited with bated breaths. Lower 3 sect's top position, Heaven Trailing Sect. Exalted Hei Ran's shout pierced Rin Tsung's ears. He had seen it coming, but it still came as a blow. He was shaking so hard, the breeze might topple him. It was too much for him to take. In the end, he chose to glare at Zhuo Yifan. It's all that punk's fault. I won't ever let you go. Just wait, you'll get yours. Rin Tsung's eyes flashed as he started making his plans. Middle 3 sect's top position, Demon Scheming Sect. Exalted Hei Ran finally uttered the greatest underdog's name, but the gang were all smiles. That threw the crowd off. Even the Exalted were curious. They got such restraint. They were clearly something more to keep their cool after hearing they went from lower 3 sects to top middle 3 sects. Or was it the least of their expectations, since they aimed for superior 3 sects? How would they know the Demon Scheming Sect team's mood was more affected by Zhuo Yifan's leaving? Shrugging, the Exalted scratched their heads. Exalted Hei Ran declared the last spot. Superior 3 sect's top position, Ultimate Clarity Sect. The king in the Western lands, Ultimate Clarity Sect, had never fallen off his throne. But everyone, even Ultimate Clarity Sect, were clear how dangerous it was to maintain it. Giving Zhuo Yifan a long look, Wu Qingqiu sighed. I hope the next Double Dragon gathering we won't meet that freak again. That's it for today's chapter recap. If you enjoyed the breakdown, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to stay updated with the latest manga, manhwa, and manhwa recaps. Got thoughts on today's chapter? Drop them in the comments. I'd love to hear your take on the story. See you in the next one. Until then, keep turning the pages.